If the good Lord had intended for us to walk, he wouldn't have invented roller skates.
Glitter and cat litter.
Glitter and cat litter.
I have cat hair on my face now. I have to take something back. Can you stop it? I have to.
Okay, I'm out. I don't have any more.
Yeah, now I have all of them.
Okay.
What I was trying to say, which was going to be a compliment to Taylor, and now I'm trying to think of how I can take it back before I even say it.
Too bad.
Taylor had a very, very good reaction time yesterday. We were at Scarlett's volleyball game, and we were waiting to say bye to her. She had finished the game, but the next team was warming up, and someone kept messing up, and the volleyball kept coming toward us, and one came right at our faces, and Taylor hit it.
It was actually only your face because I didn't realize I needed to block it until it was about halfway toward us. And I was like, oh, there's other people around me that I should block this from. And I was like, okay, because it was not going to hit me. I saw it and I knew it wasn't going to hit me, so I didn't bother.
Because it was here, right? Like right next to you?
Yeah, it was. I went like that.
Oh, you did it two-handed.
I think so. One or two-handed. I'm not really sure.
I rotated. I turned away and hid behind him. So if it was going to hit, it wasn't going to hit me anyway.
It would have gone between everyone.
Yeah. If nobody moved.
Yeah, but I didn't know if you were paying attention or not. So.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Happily.
I really do appreciate it.
Glad I can help.
I started the week out by thinking I had absolutely nothing to say on this podcast. And then when I thought about it some more, I have so much to say. So much to say. So if you are doubting that you have anything important to say, think a little harder. You probably do have something important to say. The most important thing to come out of the past month.
Depressed month?
I know, I was going to say previous week, but in the last full month, is that indoor skating is a workout on the Apple Watch.
Yeah, it's been out for like a week.
I was going to say you cannot believe, but you probably can't believe how much I have pushed for skating to be on the Apple Watch. I'm not saying that this is because of me. This is definitely because of a lot of people. Roller skaters, ice skaters. You can't tell by the photo on the watch if it is an ice skate or an inline skate.
I'm pretty sure it's an ice skate, but
it's just a line.
Well, then that's not. They would have done dots if it was.
Yeah, they probably would have done dots, but they don't even have that for like hockey. It's the line for indoor, and then outdoor is just on feet.
Oh, can I not see like what workouts are available?
I had to Google it when I wanted to know more. But anyway, it will track your skating now. And it says indoor, but like you could also use that outdoor. But skating, the outdoor skating workout is a skateboard on the watch. It's always been that. And I know a lot of people who use that workout, and that's not going to be an accurate workout for roller skating because that's very one leg. And roller skating, you're using both legs, unless you're not. So I would use the indoor skating workout also outside if I was skating outside.
Well, I think they don't. I mean, I said this to you when you first did it and you were mad that they didn't have an outdoor one, but the outdoor one would just be like, it doesn't make sense if they're doing it off of ice skating. Because it's just like walking. It's like the same type of thing where it's like when they say outdoor skating, they're not thinking just because you're outside in the same little area. They're talking about like going somewhere.
Yeah, like trail skating.
Right.
Yeah.
Which, I guess still sucks to suck if that's your thing.
Yeah, there's a lot of skaters who do that regularly and that's their exercise. But I would say just do the indoor skating one because that should give you the pushing. Because that's always been the thing. Like skating, it doesn't count your steps because you're rolling. and it's not taking actual steps. So this one, I wonder how, no, it still wouldn't track the steps, but it will actually count your rhythm, your pushing, I'm sure.
What do you mean? What are you trying to count?
Like it will tell that your body's doing something.
You already did it and you already confirmed that. So what are you questioning now?
If it counts it as steps.
Why would it count it as steps if you're not stepping?
You are stepping. It's just not like a normal step without a skate on. Like what if you're doing the strut walk for an hour?
Okay,
That's
fine.
a whole lot
You know
of
what?
steps.
Fine. I'm going into a rabbit hole of this.
Another thing is that reminders is now in the calendar. So, okay, if you are not an Apple user, I'm so sorry that I'm going on and on about this, but when the indoor skating showed up on the watch, and it's not just on the new watch, it's on the latest update. So if you don't have the brand new watch, you still may be able to access it.
It's anything on iOS, WatchOS 11.
Okay. So you don't have to have the new stuff, but I was so excited and I was about to start an online lesson. And so I asked the skater I was teaching, I was like, do you have an Apple Watch? Do you have any Apple products? And he is not like an Apple user. He does not. He had the Samsung or Android something like equivalent of the watch. And he was like, well, he was like, I think they might already have it. And I was like, oh, well, okay, sorry. I'm just so excited. I was like, I'm not like saying, yay, Apple's the best in that. Like, I'm not. I'm just so happy that it's available now. But now in the reminders or in your calendar, you can also have your reminders. So like all of your stuff to do will show up, which has been so helpful because the episode where I was so excited about my notebook, I still love notebooks so very much. But I do find that I run into problems when I have an iPad and I have notes on my iPad. I have a notebook. I have my phone. I have this Post-it that I wrote on at 10 a.m. this morning. I have this over here that I scribbled something down when I just thought of it and I was over there. So having one place, everything in one place has been very, very helpful. So yeah, reminders is new in the calendar, which has been awesome. Are you still down the rabbit hole?
Well, I'm kind of trying to look and see what, like, because some people say that like when they've been on a treadmill, it'll count even if they're holding on to the bar on the treadmill, like their steps.
Really? Because it would kind of be like an elliptical. And I guess the elliptical doesn't count your steps either.
Well, because an elliptical is not steps.
Right.
I don't know why you're trying to make everything about steps.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the bigger thing. Skating is not walking. The point
Yeah.
of steps is so that if you're one of the people that does, I have to get 10,000 steps a day. Now you can go get your steps. You're not going to count every step you take on roller skates as an actual step towards your 10,000. That's not how that works.
Okay.
You're not walking. An elliptical
fair.
is also not a walk. You're
Yeah.
technically not even stepping because the elliptical is like doing more of a bicycle motion with your legs anyway.
Yeah.
So you're doing it like that. And
Yeah.
then on a treadmill, it would count your steps because you're walking or running.
Yeah.
Walking or running exercises would count your steps because you are stepping quickly,
Uh-huh.
right?
Yeah.
But skating is not stepping. You wouldn't be like, how many steps did I get when I was riding a bike? It would never cross your
Yeah,
mind,
you're
right?
right, you're
Like you
right.
wouldn't be like, or if you were doing like lunges or like squats, you wouldn't be like, man, I didn't get my 40 steps from doing the 40 squats.
Totally.
So it's not,
That makes sense.
steps are not skates.
Well, yes.
Or steps are
Okay.
not skating.
I am so excited about this though, because I think that so many people are so obsessed with getting their stuff for the day on the watch, like getting their workout, getting their stand goal, getting their all the things. And I got so many messages that are like, yes, now I can actually use skating as my workout. And I'm like, well, if you were skating already, you're already working out, but like people don't equate it to a workout if it's not getting the stuff on their watch,
I mean, I guess it's a good,
you know?
I think it's a bad thing then.
I think I think that's a bad thing in general.
I think that, well, okay, when you had told your mom,
Yeah.
and we were at the rink, and you told your mom about it, and she's like, "Yay, now I can finally close my ring."
Right.
And I was like,
Same
"No."
mindset as
I was
the
like,
comments
"That's."
I'm talking about.
I was like, "That's cheating." Like now you're cheating yourself. Like now you're removing the gym from your workout because
You already
the
closed
only
your ring.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, that's not.
It doesn't
You need to go
count.
be healthier anyway.
Yeah.
Like if you're trying to be healthier, you got to do the things that make you healthier, not like cheat your way through it. Because you're not going to be healthier.
Yeah. Well, so that's like a good example of that is when I'm teaching skating, I'm not counting that as my workout. Like, yes, I'm skating, I'm moving, I'm demonstrating. Like, sure, I am moving, I'm doing a lot of stuff, but that's not getting my heart rate up, and I'm not like pushing myself. If I go out to the park and I'm skating and like doing like a practice session or like that, I consider working out. Even though it's the same type of thing, it's
not,
different.
It's not though at all.
Yeah.
Because you've even said this, like when you're teaching or coaching, it's not, you don't do a quarter of the effort that you do when you're skating for you.
Right.
Because you have to be paying attention.
Yeah.
So you're not.
It's like I can't count watching the baseball game as my cardio when my heart rate gets
Well, it's not
above
cardio.
100.
You're sitting on the couch. It's not cardio.
Yes.
You know, but like, I don't know. That's a whole different thing though, is like people taking the rings. I mean, it's like a good thing and a bad thing. It's a great thing that people take the rings and like actually are trying to move. It's a really bad thing that people are trying to complete the goals like with zero effort.
nothing.
Just complete the goals by existing for the day. That's literally the opposite of the reason that it exists.
Yeah.
The point is to get you moving, to make you exercise, to have you do something so that you aren't sedentary and you aren't lazy and you're using your body, right? That's kind of the whole idea of it. But then that's the point of it being like games. Like it's gamified, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, it's not like you can walk 1,000 steps and be the healthiest person ever in a day, but you did a lot of other stuff to do the workouts. Like maybe you're like a professional rower or something. Right. And like the amount of steps you take in a day is like nothing. Right.
Yeah.
Or you could take, here's a perfect example, like a lot of people to go to Disneyland will take like 12,000, 18,000 steps at Disneyland. But then like some of the people that are there are like the most unhealthy people on the planet. And also like you're probably eating more calories than you're burning on those 20,000 steps. So like the steps don't matter.
We were just talking about that. Someone was like, oh, it was Richard. He was like, oh wait, you go to Disneyland all the time, so you're like getting a lot of steps in. Like you're working out. That's great. And he was like, but do you eat while you're there? And we were like, yeah, like we don't go crazy, but like most of the people that are there, you sure they're exactly what you're saying. They're getting like 18,000 steps a day, but they're eating a churro every hour
or whatever. Yeah, it doesn't matter. But I mean, like, yeah.
It's just very interesting to think about that and like to translate that into so many different things in life. Like people, myself included, like doing things because I feel I need to, or like I need to check something off, even though it's not necessarily going toward the bigger goal or to an end goal. So like, I can't think of one right now, but like work related. Like I went down a rabbit hole the other day of like, oh, I have to do this. And I had like a list of 40 things. And then I was like, oh, I'll start at the top. And then I was like, wait a minute. This thing down here, number 28, is due on Friday. And like, I have a bunch of things due Friday, Saturday, Monday. Like literally this weekend, I have a bunch of things that I need to do still or need to complete. And I was going to start on the thing that's due Monday, which that will take me until Friday to do. And then the thing that's due on Friday, I'm screwed because I haven't done it.
It's as if you're starting to listen to me.
It's not all about you, Taylor.
I've been trying to get you to
I
work
know.
smarter, not harder, for so long.
Everyone in my life has tried to get me to work smarter and not harder for my
Well, it sounds
entire life.
Well, it sounds like you're doing it now.
I'm trying.
I don't know why you're complaining to me about it.
I'm
I'm
not
just saying,
complaining, I'm
finally, it sounds like
telling
you're listening to me.
I think a lot of people listening to this and watching this might be running into the same problem. And you just constantly are chasing your tail because you're like, oh, I'm behind. When maybe you don't need to be behind. Like maybe you just need to figure out what you need to do first and change the order of things you're doing.
Task management.
Time management. We're watching a Halloween baking show. It's called the Halloween Baking Championship.
I don't know. I've half paid attention the whole time.
Me too. I love it. But there's one guy on the new season that is always behind. His time management is terrible, but he's really good. And so like they love what he makes. Like they love the taste of it and they love it, but it looks bad. Yeah. So I'm wondering how far he gets because then there's another guy who's like very particular about how he does things. Like he's very structured and his is always beautiful and really good. And I'm like, oh, I'm really curious to see.
Sounds like the
How
one
far?
guy's going to win. The one that has better task management.
I think so.
Because you got to have all the things going for you. You can't have one of the things going for
We
you.
will see. But speaking of baking, Taylor, on the list of things we want to talk about that I was like, oh, you have nothing to talk about. Taylor just spent a week in Pittsburgh.
What does that have to do with baking?
Chocolate.
You don't bake chocolate.
There's so much chocolate in those things. What do you mean you don't bake chocolate? They are making chocolate cake left and right over there.
But actual chocolate's
No,
not
no.
baked.
No, sure, but that's where the Hershey thing was, right? In Pittsburgh?
No.
Where was that?
Hershey's in Hershey,
Hershey's in
Pennsylvania.
Hershey. Okay, Taylor went to Pittsburgh. This is your story. Do you want to tell it?
No, I like you telling.
Taylor went to Pittsburgh. Half of my family is from Pittsburgh, and I've never been there, which sounds really terrible. I should probably go there and meet the other side of my family that I've actually met, like only a few of them.
Wait, you just said you've never met any of them, and then now you say
I've
you've
never met
a few
any of the
them?
kids. I've met like the mom and dad.
Okay.
Anyway, but he called me and was like, hey, I'm at this museum and there's a bunch of Mr. Rogers stuff. And I know you like Mr. Rogers. And I was like, FaceTime me immediately because I want things. And it was like so many things that I love and adore. And I was so jealous that you were there and got to experience. And then the next day, he goes to Hershey and goes to the factory and like the museum and everything. And I was like, that's my favorite.
You're saying it like I went on a vacation without you to go see these things, but I was working and it happened to be the times between working and leaving.
I'm just so excited that you got to go there and simultaneously so jealous that you got to go there.
You're also skipping Heinz. That's kind of cool. I thought that was
so
cooler than
cool.
Mr. Rogers or Hershey.
I don't know.
I thought
Mr.
that was-
Rogers is pretty cool.
I thought it was more interesting that Heinz started with making pickles, well, horseradish and stuff, but like also pickles. I really regret not taking a picture of the pickle salesman thing from the like. It is so funny. I
Can you
should
explain
have.
that?
Yeah, I don't remember what year it was. It was like it's old.
Oh, like
But-
a pickle salesman. Did he have pickles in his shirt?
Not quite in a shirt, but it was a leather wrap thing that I don't know if
Called
he
a
just
pickle?
No, not one. And I don't know if he just like set it open on the table or if you'd fling it or if you drop it and it goes. But in the thing, it had all the different sizes of pickles that they sell.
Hold on.
I'll find a picture
How
of it.
do you-
Hold on. Keep talking.
How are pickles? Pickles are
Cucumbers.
yeah. How are this might be such a dumb question. Where do cucumbers come from? Like
It's a vegetable. What do you mean?
sure, but like is it a plant that then grows it?
You're making me Google all sorts of stuff.
Okay, you don't know either, so I'm not a complete idiot.
Well, I wasn't saying you were an idiot.
The internet is going to probably lose it on this one.
Why do you always project that the internet's going to hate you?
Because I feel like I should know. No, not hate me. Just I feel like I should know this.
Why would you need to know this?
I feel like people know this.
It's a vine plant.
So it's like a grape, but a cucumber.
Yes. So it seems.
Okay. What? That's crazy.
Yeah, it just looks like a bunch of pickles.
Huh.
Oh, it might be a little blurry, but well, regardless. You
Okay.
get the idea. If you're listening to this, I just showed a picture of
How can you control
cucumbers on a vine, and the leaves look kind of like pumpkin leaves.
How can you control the size? Because they just grow,
Chop that baby off early.
I guess.
Think about a lemon or a lime. If you want a little tiny one, you get it before it's full grown.
Huh. I am not
It's like a
farmer.
child. I don't know where I was going with that. Okay, but this is the pickle salesman thing.
That is so cool. Wait, is there numbers on it?
Yeah, because it's the sizes of the pickles. 1905 is when the sizing kit is from.
That's very
Also,
cool.
I'm showing it to the screen again. So if you're listening to this, you probably should be watching it because there's some visual cues in here that are pretty good.
Think of a piece of leather with a bunch of pickles laid on it.
Yeah, think of like a leather bound book, but it
Filled with
opens.
pickles.
Hold on, but it opens 4 ways instead of 2. So there's 4 sides that open, and there's lots of pickles in there. And they're held together by 1 string.
I should have worn my pin.
Yeah, I got you a little pickle pin. I got Scarlett a pickle pin too, and she thought it was pretty funny.
It's very cute. What do you think she's going to put it on?
Definitely her backpack. She can wear it to school every day. There's no chance.
A pickle. I'm in a pickle. Okay, so how did they get, did you like go through the museum? How did they get from pickles to ketchup?
Yeah, they sure did. You think I read through the museum? Are you kidding me?
No,
I go in there and I
should
look
know
at stuff
better.
and go, ooh, and then I leave.
Because like the vinegar and all that stuff, like I get how it's all connected, but I don't know how you get there. I'm going to have to do some research.
Well,
I would have spent hours in that museum.
no, it was 1 room. So
I would have spent hours.
No, you wouldn't. I don't know. I know that they made like literally everything. They made like, they did like the Chef Boyardee stuff too, but like way before that. Like they did like all the like canned foods and boxed foods and like all sorts of stuff. And then they like, I don't know. I mean, maybe they still do some of that.
I don't know.
But I think what kept them going is all the jars, like the glass bottles and jars are all like well, not all of them, but a lot of them are patented by their design.
Amazing. Yeah.
Like they patented the design. So like the Heinz ketchup bottle, the like iconic one is a patent to Heinz. So like you can't use it unless you're Heinz. So that's why it's like Heinz ketchup in a diner is that specific glass
That's
thing.
so fascinating.
Yeah, that was cool. I also could see the factory from my window. Didn't know that till we were leaving, but I found that out on the last night that we were there.
Because it had a big 57 on it.
Well, yeah. Okay, hold on though. You can't. It's not like it was 20 feet from my hotel. It was like across the river a mile away.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that's what the factory was until I didn't even know Heinz was there until we went in the museum. I had no idea.
Yeah. Not that you would seek that out. Like,
I'm not really
when you're there for a convention.
No, no. And I'm not really like a condiment connoisseur, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe on a hot dog, and that's kind of hamburger, maybe.
We do have a
What?
an agreement. Not an agreement. We have, I don't know what I'm trying to say. The Yankee hot dog versus a Dodger dog. Just to get off topic a little bit.
I've got like a lot of hot dogs. I got 8 stadiums worth of hot dogs in this noggin.
This noggin.
Yeah. You were ending it there, or you want me to go?
We went to a Dodger game we just went to a Dodger game. We went to New York.
I think we've been to 2
I
since
said-
New York.
I said like a few weeks ago or something, and you were like, Nicole, that was like a full month ago.
Sure.
Anyway, we went to a Dodger game, got a Dodger dog. We had thought that the Yankee hot dog was the best hot dog we'd ever had. And we were correct. It was better than the Dodger dog.
Yeah, so were the French fries.
Oh, I forgot. I forgot about the French fries. I still like the Dodgers the most as a team.
It's a team, absolutely.
But the
Well, it doesn't
Yankees-
change the allegiance of
No.
off of food. Absolutely not. No.
Not going to happen.
But I can say the worst food I've had was probably at PNC Park. But like that's also saying like it's like ballpark food, so it's not like it was bad. It's just like if I'm hierarchying the 8 that I've been to, it was the least desirable food I had, and maybe it was just what I got. It was fun. I got chicken nuggets that were hot, spicy chicken nuggets, which is awesome. And it tasted fine, but it was just like salty chicken nuggets that were spicy, you know?
Yeah.
So like it wasn't, and the hot dog was actually not great, but it wasn't like I'm dying because I had a hot dog. It was just like, oh, it's fine.
Yeah.
So, you know, can't win them all.
You can't win them all. But like stadium food, Dodgers,
Did we
Angels.
get hot dogs at San Francisco? I don't think we did.
What did we eat? I know I got a sundae.
Got a Sunday.
That was good.
The way you said it would look like that for me. I got the spicy chicken sandwich.
Oh, maybe we didn't get a hot dog.
We got to go back. Shoot.
Oh, bummer.
No, that stadium was nice.
That was nice.
Shoot.
I don't think we did. I didn't eat at Brewers when I went a very long time ago. We ate dinner before we went to the game.
Rookie move.
I wasn't even a baseball fan then. I didn't even know what we were doing.
God,
We saw Dean, and then Dean, I think, invited us to the game.
I can't believe you. Such a rookie.
I don't know if he still plays at Brewers, but Dean Roscoe, one of the best organists for skating, he used to. I think he still does play at the Brewers. But it's roller skating and baseball are very connected. Only because of the organists.
Hockey probably as well, because the organists are in. Most of those organists are the same too.
They have.
Yeah, you really don't. Well, I guess you just don't pay attention that much, but yeah.
Where do they sit at Ducks?
The absolute top, where all the announcers are. Yeah, that sucks. I mean, I guess it's a great view of watching.
It
like
would be cool.
The ice
When you said up top, I imagined like above
the jumbotron thing is staring straight down.
They have a little hole to see what's happening.
They're like a Phantom of the Opera
Yeah,
or something.
that's what I
I guess
imagined.
like maybe it's not Phantom of the Opera.
Because the organists are always up top. Like even at Moonlight at Glendale, Dominic's rink, when he sits and plays the organ, he's high above.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, Dodgers is in the booth, the like normal sound booth.
Yeah, I guess
like
I've never
the
even
press
tried to
booth.
see where that is. I only went and saw
What do you mean, seeing where that is?
like where he sits.
At Dodger Stadium?
We've been
we
up
literally
there,
walked
yeah.
through it.
Yeah, but like before we went on that tour, I've never thought of where he is.
It's on the suite level.
Yeah.
You know where it says press box?
Yeah, that makes
When you,
sense.
like you go off the escalator and it says press box.
Yeah.
It's there.
It's there.
Right there. Yeah, level 3.
Anyway, okay. Where else did you didn't do anything else in Pittsburgh, right? It was that museum.
Went to their history museum.
Oh, you got the sandwiches.
Oh God, that was like yes. Went to Permanente Bros. That sandwich is top tier.
Top tier.
I mean, I want to say like it's for sure top 3 sandwiches I've ever had. And then we went to was in the convention center every day. That's not really worth talking about that much. Went to a Pirates game, which was fun. Got to see Skeens pitch.
Exciting.
I've also always liked the Pirates branding. Just a pirate. It's kind of sick.
Yeah.
And I like their mascot. He's a little parrot.
Is that the video you sent me?
Uh-huh.
I hate them so much.
I love it. And then
It's disturbing.
and then I walked around like the park. They have like a Fort Point park that they call it. Okay, I got a gripe to pick with Pennsylvania or Pittsburgh on this.
Mhm.
They call it the like 3 Rivers or City of 3 Rivers or something. There's something about 3 Rivers. It's not 3 Rivers. Okay, let's be pretty clear here. It's 2 rivers that connect, and now they've renamed it at the connection point to a different river.
Therefore, a third river.
But they're not 3 intersecting. because two of them become one. So really, it's still two. Or at the end of the whole darn thing, when you math it all up, you got one river.
Did they always connect like that?
Yeah, it's the start of the Ohio River.
Ah.
So there's two rivers that I'm not even going to try to pronounce the names because they're crazy names. And then there's the Ohio River. And the point is the Ohio River. Nobody explained that to me until I looked it up on a map because everybody had said it. And I was like, what?
Huh.
So there's that. The bridges are cool. I don't like that yellow, but the bridges are cool.
I do like that yellow.
Personally, I'm not a fan of the yellow. And I went to the Andy Warhol Museum. That's the other one I did.
That's right. Anyway, you brought back a lot of gifts for me, which I was very excited about.
Did.
Very excited. But then he went to Hershey, and he FaceTimed me. I was selling clothes at Buffalo Exchange. And so I'm standing at the counter. The lady's looking through my clothes, and I keep getting calls and FaceTimes from Taylor. And one of the times he's on a ride at Hershey, and it is terrifying. It's like Willy Wonka.
But bad.
But bad. The last thing I remember seeing before I lost connection was a cow singing or talking, and the head was moving, and you were just like, where am I?
Okay. So there should be a little elaboration in this. We were filming for Nitro Circus in Woodward, Pennsylvania, which is really cool. It's really cool.
He got to be with my teenage heartthrob, Ryan Scheckler.
Yeah, but it's not like I hung out with him and we became best friends.
BFFs, no?
No, definitely not.
Damn.
He said good morning to me one morning, so that was pretty cool.
Did your heart go?
No, I was just like, oh, cool.
I think now I'd be like, yeah, hi. No.
I mean, that's how we started all
but
all
13-year-old me was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Anyway, not the point of the story.
No, we were in Woodward and then we left because on the day that we were leaving, it's a camp. It's like an action sports camp of skate parks and BMX parks and whatever kind of action sportsy you do park.
I believe it's where Moxie has their skate camp every year, but at Woodward West.
That would make sense because that's in California.
So if you recognize what he's talking about and you're a skater, that's why.
Yeah. Woodward is like the top tier of anything action sports related in camp.
It looks so cool.
Yeah, it's like a playground if you like that stuff. They're all the ramps are too big for me.
Yeah, same.
But so we left and because we wanted to get food somewhere in the closest city, which is so wild. This is something I could never live in a place like this. The closest city is 35 minutes away and it's State College, Pennsylvania. If you don't know what that is, that's where Penn State is. If that sounds vaguely familiar, it's because a lot of the gymnasts from the Olympics that just recently happened are from Penn State. Like Steven, the dude who does the pommel horse, is from Penn State. No, I didn't see him. I don't have any idea if he's
in
still
LA
in college
for Dancing with the Stars.
Well, it doesn't matter. But so we went there because we were like, oh, a college town. That's definitely going to be a place where there's good coffee and good food and stuff. So we were like, that'll work. So we went, we got good coffee and then we got good food. And then we were like, we have like 5 hours before our planes leave. So we have a few hours to kill and we're like an hour from the airport. So we're like, what in the world are we going to do? And we were hoping that maybe like Harrisburg or something had museums, but we were there on a Monday. All of the museums are closed on Monday and Tuesday or Sunday through Tuesday or something. I was like, of course, this is the day we're here. And so I'm just like Googling what the heck to do in Harrisburg. And it goes Hershey's. And I'm like, what? It's like, what does Hershey have to do with this? And then I start looking it up more, and there's a city, Hershey, Pennsylvania. Now, for anybody that is more attuned to this, I had zero clue until, 2 weeks ago, there was a city called Hershey, Pennsylvania. Nor did I know that it was because of that guy putting a factory there that the town is Hershey's.
I did know that. I think because my family's from there.
I've definitely read the packaging on stuff that's made in Hershey, Pennsylvania, and it never crossed my mind that it was a city.
Yeah.
I think I was just reading and I was like, okay. But man, that's a company town. I don't like it.
He's explaining it to me and he's like, I don't like this. And I was like, I love this so much.
I mean, it was really cool and it's like really interesting, but It's a
It's a
lot.
lot,
It's a
yeah.
lot. It's the best way to describe it if you've never been to a city or a town that's like this is think a college town where like every single light post has something for the college on it. All of the stores and everything have branding that is the college, and everything is related to the college. And then there's a giant space, which is the majority of the city, that is the college. And all of the people that are there are for the college, except this is Hershey's versus like wherever else. So I'm like, we're going through like the museum and stuff. And I'm like, this is really cool to see the history and to see that they've made like soap and all sorts of other stuff that they've made before chocolate or with chocolate or whatever.
Yeah.
And then we were like, wait, where's the actual factory? Because we went to like the museum thing, and Andrew had already done the research, and he was like, oh, that's where we're going next. I'm like, oh, sick. Okay. And I updated my phone on the drive over, like to the new operating system, which I didn't process that it was a 5-minute drive. I thought it was going to be longer. So I was like, oh, well, my phone can update in the car or whatever. And so we're like walking into World of Hershey, which is like, if you know Disney, World of Disney, it's the same thing, but for Hershey, not for Disney. And it's like a total downtown Disney vibe with a store that has everything you could possibly imagine that's Hershey's in it, like board games and Legos and candy and food and blankets and jewelry and literally everything, like action figures, like you name it, it was there. And I'm like just getting my phone to work, trying to call you. Like it's still like resetting. And I'm like, I need to call Nicole. I just hung up with her. And then I'm like taking pictures. They know, both Andrew and Blake that I was with know what we're getting into.
They just didn't tell you?
No. And I'm trying to FaceTime you to understand what we're doing because it was like a free tour. And I was like, oh, okay, so we're just going to like walk through this thing and like see, I don't know, maybe just more museum stuff, but it's the free museum stuff instead of the paid one. No, we go in and it's a ride. It's like if you've been on Haunted Mansion or anything, I know this is really related to Disney, but if you've been on Haunted Mansion, you literally get in and it's like a moving floor and you get into the car and then you go into the ride.
It's literally like that.
They lock you into your like little like buggy. I was in the Reese's one. They have a Reese's, a Hershey's, and a Kisses one, and they're all colored and whatever. And so we go into it, and I'm finally FaceTiming you, but I'm like, the whole time it's just getting creepier and creepier. Like they're talking about like how cacao is is grown and all that, and I'm like, that's really cool. It's really great, cool. You know, I'm like, will be cool. It's like the history of chocolate, like fun. And then we go into the ride, and it's not fun. It is the most fever dreamy thing that I've ever been into, but it makes you appreciate how good Disney is at rides, because like the whole time you could hear 2 or 3 different sound things happening at the same time. And you're like, I don't know if I'm supposed to be listening to this song that's in the background or this person talking to me that's also kind of sing-songing it. And then there's an animatronic chocolate that's also singing the song back to me that is not the same, but it's the same. I'm like, what is going on? Yeah. It was 7 minutes.
7
minutes. Because I saw that I FaceTimed you for 3 minutes. And then the video is 5.5, and it took like a minute to walk through the line that I was FaceTiming.
I haven't watched the video.
I know. No.
Oh, I gotta watch that after this.
Honestly, what made it the worst is that they just slam you in the face right off the beginning. I thought it was cool until I listened to the words. It's a barnyard, and it's like 6 cows. And if there's a video playthrough on the internet, you should Google it. It is worth watching. But it's like a barn of cows that are like, they totally look like the Splash Mountain and like style cartoony, like so old school Disney cartoon looking animatronics. And they're all singing about how their milk makes the chocolate better. And I was like, I'm out. Like I don't need this in my life. I don't want this. I don't need this. What is going on? And at that point, Andrew looks back at me and goes, yeah. And I'm like, you knew what we were getting into? And he's like, yeah, I was waiting to see how long it would take you to realize. And I was like, what are we doing? I was like, what is this? But we got free candy at the end, so I was
Heck
okay.
yeah, worth it.
I brought it home to you.
I know.
I took a bite of it. I didn't like it.
You did not.
No,
I
it
ate
was
it.
all caramel.
It was a bit too much caramel for me too, but I ate it. It was good.
I think it's one of their like, we're testing this candies.
Got
I don't
it.
know that it's for sale.
I mean, you really can't beat just like a Hershey bar.
I know. I
Or
want
the one with almonds, but you can't have
Nope,
that
can't have
one.
that one. I was hoping they had something like fun that was there, like a special, I don't know, some sort of candy
Yeah.
that like,
Specific
or
to being
combination.
there or something.
Yeah, something interesting that you could get there. And I might not have I might have spent too little time looking around. They probably do. But
My mom was like, "Oh, yeah. Did he go to the theme park?" And I was like,
yeah, I was
no.
like, oh, there's the detail I'd skipped. They have a whole theme park.
Yeah, this is common knowledge for people that know anything about Pittsburgh, apparently, and Pennsylvania.
Well,
But she was like, "Oh, yeah." And I was like, "No, I don't. What?
But also, like, what makes that so normal?
I don't know."
Like what? Like the crazier thing to me, like I appreciate it. Like it's cool that I don't even know his name, but whoever the owner,
Hershey.
yeah. Well, I know his last name. I don't remember his first name. It's cool that he created a whole town and a whole municipality and like
Yeah, that's neat.
money making and job creation and saving. Like that's really dope that he like reinvested in his community and like the people around him. Like awesome. I don't know if there's I don't care. Actually, it doesn't matter. It's really cool that that's all there, but it's very fever dreamy that it's all based around chocolate.
Yeah,
Or it felt very like,
very culty.
it just felt very like poor man's Willy Wonka, which doesn't make sense because Hershey's is like way bigger than like the dream of Willy
Do you
Wonka.
think Willy Wonka was based off of that?
Maybe, actually, quite possibly. I have no idea what the
I wonder.
generational of that
Yeah,
is.
because I don't know like when that came to be versus when that came to be.
But it really felt like a lot of through line was like Willy Wonka. And when you think about it like
wonder.
Willy Wonka, it's awesome.
Yeah,
It's really cool. But then when you like also remember that like we're in the reality of like Willy Wonka's chocolate factory isn't real.
but it is.
Well, not like that. And you're like, huh,
Huh.
okay. But yeah,
The best line out of any movie ever is from Willy Wonka.
I don't know. Maybe it's because you're biased.
I think it might be. But if the good Lord had intended for us to walk, he wouldn't have invented roller skates. That's the line.
Could be a Gene Wilder line more than it's a
Yeah,
Willy
that's
Wonka
true.
line. He also nailed that line.
He really did. I mean, I get it. Because when he did come back, he was like, they even had a baseball team. They had this.
It
they
was
had that.
crazy, man.
He's like, it felt a little culty. And
Yeah.
anything can feel that way. Like my whole life, people so obsessed with roller skating. And I wouldn't even say like that I am that's a hard word to use. But like obsessed with roller skating.
I wouldn't say, okay, if we're going to say that, I
Yeah.
would say that you are not obsessed with roller skating. Roller skating just is your life.
Yeah.
But that's not the same thing.
Yeah,
Being obsessed
okay,
with it because
that's-
you
yeah, I
separate it. Like you have a lot of things that you do that you
Yeah.
don't just obsess over roller skating. Like you
Yeah.
also do those things
Yeah.
and love roller skating.
But like people have always said that roller skating is a cult because like it's like people
I
surround their entire lives
mean-
around it, like myself, and it feels very culty. So it's like anything like that where you get like super obsessed with it. Starbucks, Disney, like big things that people surround their entire lives around.
Yeah.
They
Well-
all kind of give that vibe.
Yeah. I have not done maybe I've done an okay job of explaining it. But when I've kind of tried to, the whole time I've been like, this almost feels like someone could easily be like, but Disney,
Right.
right? Because like there's theme parks, there's stores, there's food, there's,
Right.
name all the things, right? But like whenever I've mentioned like Hershey's is a company that sells a specific thing first.
Yeah.
Also, they did all this crazy stuff after.
Yeah.
Where like Disney, the entire point was to entertain you,
The thing.
and
park.
it was the park. So
Yeah.
like the obsession with the parks for Disney makes a lot more sense, and then having the merch around that doesn't feel as like culty to me because
Yeah, I know
because
what
when
you're
you go
saying,
to
yeah.
Disney, you don't go to the store. You go to Disney to go to the theme park.
Yeah.
And then the auxiliary of all of the things to buy is there, right?
Yeah.
But like when I say I'm going to go buy Hershey's, I'm not like flying to Pennsylvania to go buy a Hershey bar at the theme park for the specific, you know what I mean?
I
Like,
might do that.
sure. But it's not
Yeah.
it's not
I
the
agree.
same. The disconnect is that it's off of a candy, which also just arguably is not good for your health anyway to obsess over something like that. Or,
Yeah,
you know.
I don't think it's healthy to obsess over anything,
Well,
really.
that's true, but I don't know.
But
It
yeah.
felt the people feel really similar that were in both places. It feels
Yeah.
very similar, but it was just very like there was something weird to me about it being a candy company first versus like an entertainment company that also sells candy. Because like Disney does not do candy great.
No, I bought candy at Disney and I was so disappointed in it.
It looked much more fun than it is.
Yeah.
But it's for like little kids, kind of, I think.
Yeah,
more.
for sure. So it makes sense that it would
Honestly,
taste
no.
the way it tastes.
It tastes like bubblegum. I mean,
Yeah, but
it's
it's not
kind of
like-
fun for like one or two.
Sour, gummy.
No,
It's not.
Don't get any of that.
Exactly.
No. Mm-mm.
They do certain things very well, like churros.
Yes.
And they're baked goods, like the stuff that you see people making. That's all very good.
Yeah, some of it is though, because I'm always a little disappointed in it, but I'm also not like the right demographic
Yeah.
for this stuff, right? But like I'm always a little disappointed because it's fresh, but like I want it to be hot or like whatever, you know,
Yeah.
kind of.
Like fresh from the bakery.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what I
That's
want,
ideal.
Which is not. I think Disney Springs in Florida, if I remember right, they have like a specific chocolate shop that does do a lot of the fresher
Ooh.
stuff. I might be wrong. Maybe
I
they
don't
used
know.
to.
I've only been
I don't
there
know.
once.
I don't remember, but I know that's kind of my like.
At least the chocolate chip cookies that they sell at that one place by Splash Mountain.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the one place by Incredicoaster, I think they warm them up.
Yes.
So
they do.
they're at least hot.
Yeah. But I mean, also like whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not losing sleep over it.
No. I did actually get an email from something that sounded very culty. Going back to cults. It was like, it could be a completely innocent thing. They were like inviting me to a weekend party at this person's house. And it's like a community. And they were like, bring what you want. Bring your talents, your skills. You can teach a class. You can do this. You can do that. Just spend the weekend with us. And I was like, no, thank you. I was like, this doesn't sound like something I'm interested in. But it could be completely innocent and very lovely and nice. But it felt very culty. And I was like, no, thank you. Delete.
Done.
But they did send like a few emails and then sent an email saying like how great the weekend was and this and that and you should come to the next one. And I was like, no. Where did you get my information?
Yeah, I'm more like, where did your email get on their
Yeah.
list or whoever this is?
Instagram.
Oh,
It was
they
to
just-
that email. It was to
Oh,
like,
so they just grab it from the Instagram
Yeah.
and are just like, they'll like this.
this person seems like they would like this.
That also strikes me as the type of person or the type of, person, entity that would be
Entity.
like, yo, my email list is like 150,000 people.
100%.
And you're like, bro, you didn't even get consent on a single one of those emails. Like, that's also super illegal.
It's also
You know,
super
like,
illegal.
But your mailing list is pretty deep,
to
dude.
each their own. Good job.
What's your open rate? 0?
I did open the email,
Oh,
so
crap. What's your click-through rate?
I didn't click on anything.
Yeah, there it is. Saved.
I did search the person. I Googled the person because I was
Oh,
like,
good.
huh,
Are they real?
it seems like a real dude, but just the guy who owns a ranch.
Oh,
I know. I was
like you might die.
Well, that was my first thought was like, oh, you show up thinking it's like a party and then
Of one.
you die.
A party of one and then bye-bye.
But then I think it was an actual thing.
I mean, maybe, but like build a website or something, or build like
I don't know, something.
make it a little bit more
Notoriety? Is that the word you were looking for?
No, because that does not grammar.
Have a reputation.
There you go. Build in a little reputation.
A good one, hopefully.
Starter there. Get something going for you.
Anyway, to then move off of this topic, I am putting together a playlist in the memberships that is all Halloween choreography. I forgot that in 2020, I did a new Halloween choreography every week. And there's a lot of choreography. And it's really good. So I'm very excited about that. I'm putting that together. And that will be on the website in October for members and on the YouTube.
Heck yeah. That's sick. So glad.
I know. Me too.
Happy to be included.
Will you learn the choreography?
Hell no.
It's Thriller. What's your favorite out of these songs? Thriller, Monster Mash, Goo Goo Muck, Spooky Scary, Skeletons, and there's a fifth one. I Want Candy.
Probably Spooky Scary. No. No.
That's the hardest choreography.
It would have to be Thriller because if I have to listen to this song
over and over,
I would kill myself having to hear the whole version of Spooky Scary Skeletons.
No, you don't have to hear the whole part, just the 2 8 counts for the beginner, intermediate, and for the advanced.
Well, the 2 8 counts then as Spooky Scary Skeletons. But if it's which song do I like the most, it would probably have to be Thriller. Because I Want Candy gets annoying pretty quick too.
Monster Mash
gets annoying. Monster Mash, isn't that like a 5-minute long song? And it just goes forever.
So. Yeah.
Right.
But you don't need to do the whole song.
No, but if I'm going off the whole song, it's got to be Thriller.
Okay.
But... And then I just Google Muck. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I looked into what the lyrics were and stuff, and I was like, "Oh, this was bad idea."
Yeah.
And I forgot the in the sentence.
This was bad idea.
I grew from Despicable Me.
Oh, where did I put that card? The Yzma card.
They're over on our
Disney has been giving out cards, like playing card or like baseball cards of characters,
all the baddies,
all the villains, and it's very fun. And Yzma was one of them.
You are not clarifying that you have to have a magic key to get them.
You have to have a magic key to get them.
Yeah, the exclusive list. They're not high quality. It's not that special, but they're fun.
But they are fun.
If you show up and you accidentally make your way into a shop and they have a person standing there with a bunch of these cards, you're like, oh.
And the person always looks so bored, so mad to be doing that job.
I mean,
have you noticed that?
Maybe they are.
Yeah. It's like they got there and they're like, oh, you're in today? Great. We need someone to do this thing. And they're like, oh, that's what it looks like.
Well, because they don't get to talk to anybody. They don't get to move.
I can talk to them.
They don't get to do anything. They just got to sit there and wait for somebody to go, hey, I want one. And they go, show me your magic key. And you're like, okay, here. And it's like, you only want one? Or are you both getting one? And you're like, one.
And then they go,
like,
click.
okay, here you go.
Click their little thing.
Bye-bye.
They could have a lovely discussion instead of that.
They're probably told not to. Because like the person that was having the lovely discussion when we were trying to check out last time.
So annoying.
Waited there for like 3 minutes.
Yeah, and then we went to a different register.
And we checked out right away.
Right away. Anyway. Yeah. I'm ready for spooky season. I'm going to make a pumpkin thing tonight if we don't have plans with our friends.
I'm just ready to wear 75 layers.
It is so hot. Yeah. I wore a sweatshirt yesterday and it was fine, but it wasn't great.
It's 83 right now. What? Why does it say different? That says 83 and this says 76.
It's not.
Why are we lying?
I haven't been outside today though, so I don't know.
It says it's 83. So where's 76? Huh? What? Now it's a 78. I don't know. Regardless.
That's the temperature? What is the thing next to it?
That's where the sun is currently.
And then the next thing over is your car battery?
Mm-hmm. See?
Why is that important to have on your home screen?
The car battery?
Any of it.
Because I like to know where the sun is. I like to know what temperature it is. And I didn't know what else to put there. So the car battery the car battery's there. Just to make sure. Also, if we're not home and we're out somewhere with the car and the car battery is
genuinely
magically
just
low.
Asking. I'm not judging.
Why are you judging me?
I'm not.
Now I got to change it.
How come whenever I ask a question, it's there's no judgment
You're
behind
currently
it?
judging me. You see your face when you did that? We can watch this back. Watch it back. And you went, why is that there? It's exactly what you did. Exactly what you did. So I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
I have the countdown app
Why is that important?
because it's so fun. I have the countdown
Sounds
app.
anxiety riddled.
No. And my last thing on my home screen, my third thing, is the countdown to opening day of
Hokey.
hockey. Is that an opening day? First game of hockey.
Well, it depends because opening day would be, they probably have an opening day ceremony. I don't know.
I don't know. Baseball does, but that's not baseball.
Nicole, I don't know what to put on here. Now you're making me change it and I don't know what to do.
I'm not making you do anything.
You said I had to change it. You just did.
You're actually ridiculous.
I don't know what to put on here. This is exactly why I have the car on there.
I have
Because I can't have two.
my ideal end of work time as 5 o'clock, which never happens. But in my calendar, it says playtime. And so that shows up on my thing. And that makes me so happy every day.
Should I put like my weight?
No. Sure.
I could put like aura.
Yeah.
No,
If
I
my,
don't
oh,
want
but you
aura.
don't have your ring right now.
No, I do not. She broke.
I have aura. I have the sunrise and I have my countdown.
I genuinely am looking through this and I'm like, I don't know what I would want.
You should
on
get
here.
countdowns so you get excited about something.
What am I going to get excited
You
about?
have to have something exciting, something to look forward to.
I could put a clock, so I have 2 clocks. I got to.
It's so boring.
What do you mean?
I love that there are 2 types of people in this world. I have a countdown to something, and he says that will fill you with anxiety. And I have excitement toward looking forward to something. Those are 2 very different reactions to a countdown. I like a countdown.
Sure. No, I don't. I don't like it.
Anyway, well,
Oh no, this is why I put the car.
Why?
I put the car there because you tap it and it opens up the app.
Oh, okay.
So that you can get into the car if you need it quickly. I forgot about that till right now. So glad I haven't used it. But
Wait,
it's
so
less
all of those you can
stupid.
just tap on it?
yeah, and it goes into their app.
That's so fun. I didn't know that. You learn something new every day.
Well, just like
Multiple times
just
a
like
day.
you can press the button and it does something new
Whoa.
now, or you swipe over and it's the camera,
That
or you press the button and
airplane.
it's the camera.
Taylor's home screens are so cool.
I have some pretty good home screens right
He
now.
really does.
This is a picture I took of I was going to say a rocket. That's not a rocket. That's a fighter jet.
My current home screen is Shohei Ohtani.
Mine changes every hour. But it's all photos I took. So, you know.
I don't think I want to keep mine on Shohei. I had it on.
You should do what I did. You should make a folder and have it rotate.
No, I don't want that.
Why not? It's kind of fun.
No,
you
'cause
can do
then-
it like every day.
Okay.
Because like, look, I got all these photos that you just pick one of the photos, or actually it randomly picks one of these photos.
Mine was Michael Jordan, and I think I'm going to put that one back.
That's what I'm saying. So if you put like a
Oh,
folder.
that picture was so cool.
Which one?
The like purple pink.
Oh, that's Star Wars.
What?
Yeah, that's Rise of Resistance.
Where?
See the ship? This is the hallway that you walk into to go onto the ride. All the stormtroopers are by where my hand is. Over here.
So if I go into the line and I look right, that's what I'll see?
Yes, it is.
But not colored like that.
Yes, it is.
No.
It's red. Well, this is a little more pink than red. But yeah, it's the same color.
Pictures are so fun.
Because
people see things so differently.
this is on the other side.
Yeah, okay. That I recognize.
Yeah.
I knew
so
that.
that's the line.
Uh-huh.
And right over here to the side of the line is that.
Okay, can we go on that the next time we're
Yeah.
there?
This is the picture that she's referring to.
I don't think I've ever seen that before. Ever.
I just thought it was pretty cool to
It's
line it up.
very cool.
And when it's my wallpaper, it looks like that.
It's It's very cool.
Yeah, the whole thing.
I messed up my shutter speed taking a picture outside at near
Near what?
Monsters Inc. And
Your shutter speed.
And I was taking a picture of a neon.
Oh, you were using
sign.
the camera.
Yeah. And it like messed it up, and it looks so sick. It looks so cool, but I haven't transferred it from the camera to my phone, so I need to do that.
That is disappointing.
I know. I'm sorry.
I'm very disappointed in you.
It happens too much. It happens more than I like. All right. Thank you so much for being here. I hope your October is spooky, and I hope
And scary.
your seasons are good. And I hope you are happy and healthy and moving. Closing your rings.
Close them rings, babies.
Thank you for being here.
Please like. Please subscribe.
I always
Why do you forget?
I always
It's
forget to say
it's
that.
super important.
I know, and I really don't know why I forget to say it. Please like and subscribe and comment and anything else?
Do you want them to do anything else?
Have a great day.
Goodbye.